Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready to go.
No rush. First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Marlon. I'm head casting director. I'm here with Josh, as you already know, and Jordan. How's your day going?
No problems. Everything's been great. Just a little busy.
Okay, well, we're not going to hold it too long. Are you all good with the camera? Set up, comfortable, make yourself relaxed?
I think so. We're good to go.
All right, in your frame, are you at about chest to top of head?
Yeah, including the speakerphone too.
Microphone-wise, are we gonna hear both what's coming out of your mouth and coming through the speakerphone from us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, Marlon. Okay, you're gonna start off by giving me your name, your age, and your hometown, and then also just tell me the agent or the agency you work for, if any.
And when you say hometown, are you saying where I was?
Answer my questions, and it'll be like that. Simple conversation, all right?
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead whenever you're ready.
My name is Don West. I'm 31 years old. I currently reside in Tampa, Florida, and the name of my agency is Revolution Sports Management.
Okay, so are you originally from Tampa?
No, I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I got you. How long you been in Tampa?
I've actually only lived in Tampa for about 10 months now.
Okay, what brought you there?
Well, it was a strategic move combined with a recent engagement, but because Florida is one of the most aggressively producing states in terms of collegiate athletes in the NFL, Tampa is centrally located between Florida State, University of Miami, and Gainesville, so I was trying to put myself in a position where I could, utilize the entire market that I'm trying to work within.
Perfect. So one thing I forgot to tell you when we first started was I want you to feel comfortable in the sense that this isn't like over a bar for Walters. You're just talking to a bunch of guys, and we want you to feel relaxed and be yourself. So really don't feel that you have to give like a right or wrong answer, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Perfect. And also, this tape ultimately is internal casting purposes only, this video. So it's the kind of thing where you've not signed a release, and nothing can happen with this tape. It's never going to be shown until maybe later, way at the end of the show, if they want to show outtakes or B-roll, and that will be something that you signed for long after this process. So this is something you can feel comfortable that what you say is going to be kept within the confines of for our casting purposes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. All right. So you say you moved there strategically, and have you found that your move was warranted? Do you feel like you're becoming more successful with that move?
Well, I think that's yet to be determined, but I think in terms of the ease and the ability to move between the different universities, I think it was definitely, a good strategic move on my part.
Cool. What's your job history? Like, what have you done besides being an agent?
Besides being an agent?
Yeah.
I could go all the way back to high school, or I could just start after law school. Where do you want me to go?
Start around in college, like from college on.
Well, from college on, right after I graduated from college, I worked as a runner in a law firm because ever since I was 6 years old, my goal was to become an attorney. I ran track at Florida State, so I was an athlete. I wanted to be an attorney, so sports law was the natural evolution of that desire. So I worked as a runner at a law firm right after I graduated from college for about 7 months before I went to the University of Miami Law School. Went to Florida State undergrad, University of Miami Law School. When I was a first year at University of Miami, I started working with Lee Steinberg and Jeff Morad, Steinberg, Morad, and Dunn out in Newport Beach, California as an intern during the summers. And I did that both summers in between my law school years, and they invited me to come back in the future, but because of the way sports works, they thought it was important that I got some work experience somewhere where I guess it was a real job and not a fanciful job. So I worked as a chief of staff for a state senator here in Florida for 12 months, and almost at the end of the 12-month period, the firm, Steinberg, Moore, and Dunn, split with Dave Dunn's departure, and I moved out to Newport Beach and became a sports agent.
I see. And the rest is history, huh?
And pretty much, and I've since come back to Florida because that's where all of my roots and my network primarily were, and I want to capitalize on the fact that, I had been an athlete at Florida State and that I have strong ties to the athletic department there. I went to law school at the University of Miami. So once I decided to go out on my own, it didn't make a lot of sense to stay in California at the moment. So I came back to Florida to try to, build my business and, essentially build the next super agency.
Now, Don, when you left, whatever the format or whatever place you had, a role you had at the Athletes First,
I never worked at Athletes First. I was at Steinberg, Moore, and Dunn.
Oh, but I thought that you had ended up working with Athletes First once they had their split.
No, when they split, they were looking for somebody to replace that whole crew at Steinberg, Morat, and Dunn, and so I guess 7 people left, and they hired me to come in and fill the void back at Steinberg, Morat, and Dunn.
Oh, I see. So you actually never did work with Athletes First?
No, not Athletes First. I worked with all the guys that comprised Athletes First when they were still Steinberg, Morat, and Dunn.
The reason being is that we heard about you through them. That's the only reason I'm asking.
Well, that's just because we're all great respecters of each other's work, I think.
Okay. So, do you think that becoming an agent is a little bit harder or easier than you originally anticipated it would be?
Than I originally anticipated? I think it's a great deal harder, only because having been an athlete at Florida State and being around all the athletes, I thought it'd be very easy to get a super list of clients. But in actuality, it's a lot more difficult, especially as a younger person, only being 31 at the time. But even when I was 28, you're